Hello and welcome to my Tuesday. It's a little after 7 a.m. on my way to Costco and Depot to do my shopping. I got a couple of returns to make. It's always a pain in the butt when you have to return something because customer wasn't clear on what they wanted, or we bought the wrong thing. Either way, everyone takes everything back. It's fine. Just trying to track down the receipt that you bought it on, since we're going twice a day, 6 days a week. There's a lot of receipts to go through. And then also, if it's something perishable, are they gonna give you crap about it because it's been 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is? This was something I bought on Friday. Should have took it back yesterday, but didn't realize I had to take it back until this morning when I saw it in a cooler. I was like, oh, someone forgot to tell me, hey, by the way, you should take this back today. I woke up at 1 a.m. Because Tiffany she's all congested, like really bad. And, last week she was fighting this thing and it seemed like she beat it. She seemed like it was like, she kicked its butt and was barely sick. But now it's moved into her sinuses and she's got more or less a sinus infection because she's just all stuffed up. She woke up with dry mouth because her nose was clogged. She couldn't breathe out of her nose. And she's trying to blow her nose and nothing's coming out. She's just super congested. So anyway, that was like at 1 a.m. And then I woke up just before my alarm went off. Like, I think I woke up and I was kind of there, like I was awake with my eyes closed. And I had that thought of like, I could get up right now. And then my alarm went off. I was like, I am getting up now. So, yeah, I slept pretty good. Felt like I got good sleep. I haven't looked at my auto sleep app yet to see like how much deep sleep I got, but I feel refreshed, feel good. Shorter vlog today. So I got that edited pretty quick. Made my coffee. Got into New World, and I wanted to be to work early today since I was at work late. Know that driver. I wanted to work early today because I was obviously late yesterday. Even though my brother was like, it doesn't matter, it's fine. You're never late. It's fine. I still felt bad. So I got into work early today. In fact, I beat him. I was the first one in the office this morning, which is rare. Yeah, I didn't spend too much time in New World. I did one daily, and was gonna do a weekly, but messed up. So I'll do it when I get home today. But it's Tuesday, which is reset day in New World. Much like Destiny, if you're a Destiny fan, a Destiny player, Tuesdays are reset days, right? So all the weekly rewards reset, any weekly rotations reset. So that's what New World is. So Tuesdays are an exciting day for gamers because it's the weekly resets, the world resets, and so it's time to do all new things, which is very exciting as a gamer. I brought in a bunch of leftovers to eat today. I had the last of my hash browns and chorizo from Sunday morning. I had that this morning. I brought the last of the fried rice and some like homestyle fries. My brother ate half of those, so I'll eat the other half for lunch today. And yeah, Tuesdays are a light day. We'll have our afternoon shop for tomorrow. But other than that, we should be home on a decent time. So I was looking at analytics, yesterday's vlog, the vlog that went up yesterday from Sunday. It's over an hour long, and so I'm always fascinated by the really long videos, how the analytics are different than like the average video. Where today's vlog is gonna be 10 minutes, I think, less than 10 minutes, like 9 or something, versus the hour-long one from Sunday. And so some of the analytics take 2 days to process, right? Like money, revenue generated, it takes 2 days. It shows me my average view duration, but it doesn't show the graph. It doesn't show the peaks and valleys of people, rewinding and fast forwarding, that sort of thing. But the initial average view duration is lower than I was expecting. It's an hour-long video. I honestly expected a much higher audience retention. But I also know that number gets skewed because it's an average of all views, right? All viewership. And while there are some people who do watch the entire video from start to finish, there are some of them. The vast majority of you do not watch the entire vlog. You'll start and then get distracted and leave and not come back and finish the video. Some will fast forward to the parts that they want. That happens a lot with Sierra and Bryce in the thumbnail. It's hilarious. The views up, right? You see this big spike in views, like it gets 2-3 times more views than the video that has me in the thumbnail. But then you look at the audience retention graph and you see where everyone fast forwards to where Bryce and Sierra are in the video. It's hilarious. Like I can bet money. Oh, there's a spike right here? That's probably where Sierra is. Oh, that's where Bryce shows up in the video. And that skews that audience retention because those viewers skipped all that first part. They skipped 10 minutes of the video to get to the last 2 minutes, right? They skipped the first 6 minutes, watched 2 minutes in the middle, and then left at the end. So I try not to get in the weeds. I try not to analyze the analytics too much because it messes with your head. I've learned this. But it's still fascinating. It's still, in some instances, comical. It gives me a chuckle. So I'll be really curious after 48 hours, to this time tomorrow, where the audience retention graph is, and see, did I get half? Did half the viewers watch most of the video? Because I see your comments. People do enjoy the longer videos. People do enjoy the long rants and the long conversations that I have on these videos. But I don't know if you're in the minority. There's a lot of content on YouTube. There's a lot of videos for you to watch. So I understand that if I lose your interest at some point, it's easy for you to skip off the video and go watch something else. I get that. The big difference is I make a new video every day. So, you get bored today, come back tomorrow and see what I have to say. Well, looky there, a little after 1 o'clock, we're heading out. I got 2 drops on the way home. One is a replacement, and one is something that the customer forgot to order. Again, just by coincidence, they're on my way home. It's not a big deal. They're 2 great customers I love chatting with, so it just gives me an excuse to see them. So, yeah, gonna do those drop-offs. Might pick up some food at one of the stops because, again, restaurants, I like to eat. But then straight to the gym. And if timing works out, live stream on Twitch. I didn't do one at all last week because timing and schedules. And again, Friday was in my head, but I got home so late on Friday, and I forget if we had plans for dinner or there's a reason why I didn't stream because I know it was late, but I was like, it got too late. But anyway, I'm home. I'm getting home early today, so I think I'll try and squeeze in a small stream. So that's the plan. Basically, just waited for my driver to get back. As soon as he got back, I packed up and got out of there. Listening to comedian podcast, 2 comedians talking. It's hilarious when 2 comedians are like, when a comedian hosts the podcast and then their guest is a comedian, and they're just 2 comedians going back and forth. It's hilarious. It's different when like the 2 hosts of a podcast are comedians, and then they bring a 3rd guest on, whether it's a comedian or not. But like when it's like a host is a comedian and then it's just always one guest, kind of like Joe Rogan, right? Like just one guest, and they're both comedians. It's the best because they're just cracking jokes back and forth trying to make each other laugh, which in turn makes me laugh. And Theo Von is like, he's like a brilliant moron, right? Like he's hilarious because he's a moron, and I mean that. I genuinely don't mean that as an insult. Like it's part of his humor, his shtick, right? Kind of like Larry the Cable Guy was just that like redneck, I tell you what, and just it was his shtick. It was part of the thing, and Theo's got that shtick, and it's hilarious. I noticed last night when I was heading to bed, my right foot was really hurting, like the outside of my right foot. If I put too much pressure on the outside of my right foot, it actually like gave way. Like I actually lost my balance a couple times. I woke up this morning, it's better, but my feet hurt. I think that hike actually, I overworked my feet a little because I didn't really feel it yesterday until the very end of the day. And today, like they just feel sore. I think I overworked them on that 7-mile hike. Oh, and I saw a comment this morning on the hiking video about, oh, what a lovely day to hike, or something about hiking, and her name was like something hiking AZ. So I checked out her channel, and she's a local here in Phoenix, and her whole channel is hiking, and like her bio says like she goes hiking on the weekends, and she's like encouraging more like 9-to-5ers to like get out and hike on the weekends, and that's her whole thing. So like I totally dropped her a sub. I'm gonna check out some of her videos tonight when I get home. Tonight when I wind down, like before I go to bed, I think that's what I'm gonna do is check out her channel. Real small channel, but I love finding locals. I love finding local YouTubers. I really do. And so same thing on like Threads. I find a ton of Arizona accounts and users that I would never. I don't find on Instagram. It's so weird how Threads is so much better at localizing than like Instagram is. Instagram is just like I'm finding all kinds of stuff all over the place, but Threads is so hyper. It's so much better at like hyper like focusing on a topic or location or whatever, and I love it because it's like a pure version of Instagram's algorithm, I feel like. And so like open up Threads and it's like a bunch of Arizona posts, you know, and some of them are dumb. Like it's literally some chick going, "Are you from AZ? Heart this," and all her posts are, "If you're an AZ, heart this," and then it's like her OnlyFans link. So she's just trying to like piggyback off of like, you know, a topic, which is Arizona, but like genuinely like Arizona photographers, Arizona hikers, and outdoors people, and I love that stuff. That's like a lot of my threads right now. Speaking of social media, I haven't really talked about X a whole lot the last couple of weeks because I honestly have kind of like I do a lot of things. I lost interest. I kind of, you know, faded. I went hard for a couple of months on X, you know, trying to get my impressions up, to try to see how close I could get to monetization, and realized that the only way I'm going to get my impressions up high enough to even turn on monetization, let alone make any money, but again, just the challenge of turning it on, is I have to like seriously like reply to hundreds of posts a day. People share their analytics all the time, like, I'm a reply guy, you know, I hit 5 million impressions by just replying to everybody. It's like they're spending hours on X just replying to anything and everything they can. And it works, because there's a couple days where I did that. I'd have like 30, 40, 50 replies, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And yes, my impressions doubled, but not even close to what it needed to be. I needed 5 times that. So just, you do the math, right? I doubled it, and I need 5 times that. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. X is just whatever. I still enjoy it, but I still use it, but it's not the same, and it just, I feel like it's continually getting worse and worse on multiple fronts. Not just political, but just like in general. The people that are using it, the people that I want to use it, are using it less and less. And I have to open up Blue Sky, I have to open up Threads. Some people just only use Instagram now. Like they'll just post texts on their stories, and I'm like, okay. So it's starting to get a little exhausting, where I can't just open up Twitter and just scroll Twitter like I used to, you know, and I could catch everybody that I wanted to on one feed. At this point, X is more of like my news feed. I'm getting news and bits and pieces from like brands and companies and the news in general. And then a bunch of people that I started following this last year that I don't really know, but they're interesting to follow, right? And that's what I get. That's what's on my X feed, right? And then I opened up Blue Sky, and Blue Sky is a very small group of people that I am interested in, mostly streamers, gamers, artists, but not enough. Like it's a very small group that post frequently over there. And there is a handful of people that like straight up just left X and use that now as X. So it is nice. I can go on there and I'll scroll through, and within like 2 minutes, I see like 6 posts from one person because there's that like few posts in general. So it's kind of refreshing to follow people on Blue Sky that like they just stopped using X, so they're using Blue Sky like X, and so it's just a bunch of their text posts. I'm like, this is what I want from Twitter. This is what Twitter used to be. Blue Sky is early Twitter, albeit a very small group, which again is what Twitter was back in the day. Back in the day, I used to know every person that I followed, and I saw every single post that people posted. At once upon a time, I remember that I would scroll Twitter and I'd see every single post from every single person I followed. That's what Blue Sky is right now. I open up Blue Sky, I can scroll, and I can hit the end of the timeline from the last time I opened it. It's refreshing. I like it. I just wish that people consolidate. Like everybody was on one platform, but as it stands right now, they're on 4, and I have to go to 4 platforms to try to keep up with. Not even keep up. I shouldn't even say that. Just to check in with people, like I used to. You know, once upon a time. So, anyway, there's my little social media rant. But most of my time spent now is on Reddit. Honestly, when I open up my phone, when I grab my phone, I open up Reddit now more than even X, because I'm so focused on New World and New World information and New World content, and a few other subreddits that I follow as well. That just, you know, Reddit's algorithm's working for me right now, whereas everyone else's isn't.
Staring at it and it's like mounted to the wall. I'm a little scared right now, but whatever, that's the idea we're going to use. Let's say that is the central topic. So I'll write down just a few notes about that idea.
All right, just slammed 3 tacos for Taco Tuesday. Now I'm going to slam this Red Bull and go hit the gym. Tiff's working on dinner. We're doing some burrito bowl action. A little Chipotle. We got some shredded chicken, zucchini, romaine lettuce, rice, beans. Corn salsa. Yeah, I was like, we were missing something.
Sour cream.
It's in the fridge. The whole
Yeah, I
works.
pulled everything out yet.
Oh, I'm just saying you're working on it. And Bryce is working on a potential scholarship for HOSA. He's thrilled. Oh, burrito bowl action in full effect. Tiff's trying to recreate the Chipotle.
Well, it doesn't have shredded chicken, but
Well, I mean, I
Got cilantro lime rice, black beans, habanero jack cheese, guacamole, el pato, cilantro lime crema, regular crema, and she actually made corn salsa, which is so good.
sauce from Chipotle. That's on the regular bowl.
No, I want the hot. That's what I want.
Guac, and I don't have to pay extra for it.
You hear that, Tiff? You can charge extra for guac.
No, I wouldn't get it. Did I tell you how I got freaking not scammed? I got baited into buying queso the other night.
Yeah, you told me.
She was like, "Would you like to get queso on your order?" I'm like, "Yeah." Thought it was like a
thought it was
deal
free
for like opening night. I mean, that makes sense, right? Opening night, they get a little deal, free guac. Like they should have done that.
It was in the app.
Probably.
I got it.
Well, was there actually?
Yeah. I get free guac all the time.
You know, I didn't go into the app until my third, fourth trip there in that week.
Oh, bail.
And my first order, forgot to change the location, had to drive to Cotton Lane.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what we bumped it up.
Cleaned up from dinner, showered, and hit the couch. Tiff and I watched first 2 episodes of the Gabby Petito documentary. It's funny, I actually remembered that one on the news. I think it was around 2020, 2021, something like that. I thought it had some kind of connection to Arizona, but it was because she was a YouTuber. She had a van life vlog channel. So it's a 3-part miniseries.
watched the first 2 episodes. So I'm usually not into the true crime stuff, but now that I think about it, like I love mysteries, right? I love kind of, even though like I could Google the results and know what happened, watching the documentary to kind of figure it out along the way, quite interesting. Like I definitely am looking forward to watching the 3rd episode and find out how it all ends. So we'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll see you then.